Rain pelts against my Tesla's windshield as I navigate through Seattle's dark streets. The Space Needle pierces the night sky, a sharp reminder of how far I've climbed. How far I might fall. My phone lights up again. Mark. 3 missed calls in the last hour. The digital dashboard reads 11:42 p.m. Too late for work calls. Too late for anything innocent. My hands tremble as I swipe to read his message. We need to talk. Now. I found the repository. My heart stops. The rain intensifies, matching my rising panic. I shouldn't be driving to Amazon's spheres at this hour. I should be home. Safe. Secure. Perfect. But I turn left anyway. The Tesla's wipers fight against the downpour, each sweep like a desperate heartbeat. Seattle feels different at night. Colder. More honest. Like the truth I've been hiding. My Instagram feed shows a different Rachel Chin. Senior developer at Amazon. Perfect wife. Asian American tech success story. 100,000 followers who think they know me. They don't. The underground parking beneath the spheres is almost empty. My heels click against concrete, echoing like accusations. The elevator ride feels eternal. My reflection in the mirrored walls shows a woman I barely recognize. Designer blazer. Perfect makeup. Shaking hands. The doors open to darkness. Mark? My voice sounds small in the vast space. A single monitor glows in the distance. He sits there, surrounded by lines of code. My code. His code. Our disaster. Explain this. His voice cuts through the silence. I move closer, the scent of his cologne mixing with coffee and rain. What did you find? But I already know. He turns the monitor toward me. The repository is open. My secret project. His stolen algorithms. Everything exposed. I trusted you. 3 words that shatter my world. I can explain. Can you? He stands, towering over me. Explain how my wife stole my work. The room spins slightly. It's not what you think. His laugh is hollow. The timestamps don't lie, Rachel. I sink into a nearby chair, my legs suddenly weak. How much do you know? Everything. He types something, and more windows appear. Email trails. Commit histories. My digital fingerprints everywhere. Why? 1 word. 1,000 accusations. Memories flash through my mind. Late nights coding. Borrowed ideas. Dreams of recognition. I needed to prove myself. The words sound pathetic even to me. Mark's eyes meet mine, dark with disappointment. By stealing from your husband? My phone buzzes. Amazon's VP of Engineering. I let it ring. What happens now? Mark stands, pacing like a caged animal. The board knows. SEC will be involved. My stomach lurches. All of it? Every line of code. Outside, lightning illuminates the spheres. In that flash, I see Mark clearly. Hurt. betrayed. Determined. We could fix this. He stops pacing. Fix what? Your career? Our marriage? I stand, moving toward him. Both. His hands NCH into fists. Tell me why. I should tell him about the pressure. The expectations. The constant need to prove myself. Instead, I break. I couldn't live in your shadow anymore. The truth hurts more than any lie. Thunder crashes outside. My phone buzzes again. And again. And again. Reality crashes in. Mark steps back, creating distance. The board meeting's at 9 a.m. His voice is corporate now. Cold. Final. I'll be there. As my wife or the defendant? The question hangs in the air. I have no answer. He gathers his things, movements precise and controlled. Don't leave town. Simple words. Complex implications. I watch him walk away. The sound of his footsteps fades. I stand alone in the vast space. Broken. Exposed. Lost. My phone lights up with notifications. Emergency board meeting. Legal department requests. #tech scandal trending. Our perfect life crumbling in real time. The rain continues outside. Seattle glitters below. Beautiful. Unforgiving. Forever changed. Like us. Like me. Like everything that's about to come. Morning light filters through the sphere's glass panels. I sit in my corner office, staring at my laptop screen. The board meeting starts in 30 minutes. My hands hover over the keyboard, trembling. Delete repository? Yes/no? The cursor blinks accusingly. But it's too late. Mark has copies. The board has copies. Everyone will know. My phone hasn't stopped buzzing. #Seattle Tech Scandal trending on Twitter. LinkedIn connections disappearing. Instagram followers dropping by thousands. The perfect Rachel Chin. Unraveling in real time. A knock at my door. Sarah, my team lead, stands there. Concern in her eyes. Pity in her smile. They're ready for you. The walk to the conference room feels like a death march. Each step echoes through Amazon's hallways. Each breath catches in my throat. Each heartbeat counts down to disaster. The boardroom doors loom ahead. Glass and steel. Transparent. Like I should have been. Mark sits at the head table. Dark circles under his eyes. Wedding ring missing. 10 pairs of eyes turn to me. Mrs. Chin. The CEO's voice is ice. I take my seat. Alone. Exposed. Trembling. The presentation begins. Mark's voice is professional. Unauthorized code usage. Intellectual property theft. Breach of trust. Each word a knife. The evidence appears on screen. My commits. My changes. My betrayal. Someone clears their throat. How long? I stare at my hands. 6 months. Whispers ripple through the room. The CEO leans forward. Why? That question again. My throat tightens. I wanted recognition. The words hang in the air. You had recognition, Mark says. His voice cracks slightly. You had everything. Did I? The rain starts again outside. Seattle disappears behind gray sheets. The SEC has been notified. The words hit like physical blows. Your security clearance is revoked. Another blow. And your employment. I close. My eyes. Is terminated. There it is. The end of my career. The end of my marriage. The end of everything. I stand on shaky legs. I'm sorry. No one responds. The walk back to my office is a blur. Security waits by my desk. Box in hand. Escort ready. Protocol for disgraced employees. I pack quickly. Family photo. Stanford diploma. Dead dreams. My phone buzzes. Mother. Have you seen the news? I ignore it. The elevator descent feels endless. Each floor a reminder. Level 20, where I first met Mark. Level 15, our first lunch together. Level 1, where everything ends. Rain greets me outside. My Tesla chirps. Company car. Not anymore. Mrs. Chin? A reporter. Then another. And another. Cameras flash. Questions fly. Did you steal the code? Was it worth it? What does your husband say? I push through them. The rain soaks my blazer. My heels slip on wet pavement. Finally, my car. Inside, silence descends. I grip the steering wheel. Forehead pressed against cold leather. Tears finally coming. My phone lights up. Mother again. Mark. Legal department. I turn it off. The drive home is automatic. Lake Washington appears through the rain. Gray. Angry. Judging. His house looms ahead. The garage door opens. Mark's car is gone. Like him. Inside, emptiness greets me. Our smart home system stays dark. Access revoked here too. I climb the stairs slowly. Our bedroom feels foreign. Cold sheets. Empty closet. Stolen peace. I sink onto the bed. Rain pounds against windows. Seattle disappears in the storm. Tech dreams washing away. Perfect life dissolving. Truth emerging. Like me. Like us. Like everything we built on lies. Thanksgiving arrives with bitter Seattle wind. Mother stands in our kitchen, chopping vegetables. Disapproval radiates from her silence. The news reached California faster than I could call. Your sister would never. I close my eyes. Perfect Amy. Stanford professor. Proper daughter. I know, Mom. Steam rises from pots on the stove. turkey scents mask tension. Tradition suffocates truth. My phone stays dark. Mark hasn't been home in weeks. His clothes disappeared yesterday. The doorbell rings. My heart stops. But it's just Amy. Husband in tow. Success in designer brands. Oh, Rachel. Pity in her voice. Judgment in her eyes. Relief in her smile. Not her. Never her. Mother bustles over. Amy. David. How was the flight? Did you bring the photos? Tell me about your new grant. I slip away to the deck. Lake Washington stretches gray and endless. Like my future. Like my mistakes. My phone vibrates. First time in days. A text from Mark. Lawyers have the papers. 3 words. Final words. Ending words. Inside, family chatter continues. I hear mother. She had everything. Top company. Perfect husband. Amy's voice. The whole tech community's talking. Her career is over. Such a shame. The sliding door opens. David steps out. Amy's perfect huss. Banned. Bearer of unwanted wisdom. You should have been smarter. I turn away. The code wasn't worth it. Rain begins to fall. Was it? Was it? The recognition I craved? The validation I sought? The freedom I wanted? Inside, mother calls for dinner. The table is perfect. Traditional dishes. Modern settings. Forced harmony. I take my seat. Empty chair beside me. Mark's place. My reminder. Mother says grace. For family. For success. For wisdom. My hands shake. Amy passes cranberry sauce. David talks startups. Mother beams pride. My phone buzzes again. Seattle Times notification. Tech power couples fall from grace. My face. Mark's algorithms. Our disaster. Rachel? Mother's voice cuts through fog. Your food is getting cold. Like my marriage. Like my career. Like my heart. After dinner, Amy corners me. There are teaching positions. Community colleges need instructors. Start small. Start over. David adds. I know people in San Francisco. Fresh start. Away from Seattle. Away from shame. Mother watches from the kitchen. Disappointed. Worried. Lost. The rain intensifies. Seattle disappears behind water walls. Dreams washing away. Pride dissolving. Truth emerging. My phone lights up. Mark again. Moving out tomorrow. Be gone by noon. Thanksgiving ends with quiet goodbyes. Mother hugs me. Stiff. Brief. Final. Amy whispers. Call if you need anything. I won't. She knows. The house empties. I stand in our kitchen. Dishes done. Leftovers stored. Life packed away. Tomorrow I'll leave. Start over. Begin again. But tonight I sit in darkness, watching Seattle lights blur through rain, feeling my world shrink, accepting my new reality, the perfect Rachel Chin. Fallen, broken, free. 6 months pass in Seattle exile. I sell the Tesla. Too many memories. Too much pretense. Too perfect. Capitol Hill feels different. Grittier. Realer. Like me now. My studio apartment is small. No smart home devices. No voice assistants. No facade. The SEC investigation concluded last week. $2 million in fines. Tech industry blacklist. Justice, they call it. Mark thrives. Google VP now. Tech conference keynote speaker. Moving on. Without me. I delete my social media. Twitter, silent. Instagram, gone. LinkedIn, erased. My therapist asks hard questions. Why the need for validation? What were you running from? Who are you without code? I don't know. Rain falls differently in Capitol Hill. Cleaner. Truer. Less corporate. My phone rarely buzzes now. No notifications. No meetings. No pressure. Until today. Rachel Chin? A voice behind me at Starbucks Reserve. I turn. A woman stands there. Early 30s. Familiar face. Can't place her. I followed your story. My heart stops. I'm sorry, No, she interrupts. Thank you. What? Your fall made me wake up. She shows me her phone. Her perfect GitHub stats. Her startup pitch deck. Her crumbling marriage. Becoming you. Simple words. Deep impact. We talk for hours. About pressure. About authenticity. About peace. Her name is Sarah. She becomes my first real friend. Not for networking. Not for status. Just truth. Months pass. Capitol Hill feels more like home. I learned to code for joy. Create without stealing. Live without competing. My therapist says I'm healing. Maybe she's right. Then Mark emails. Final divorce papers. Coffee? My hands shake. Yes. We meet at Pike Place Market. He looks good. Peaceful. Free. Whole. You look different, he says. I am different. Truth, finally. I'm sorry. Simple words. Complex meaning. I know. Not just for the code. I know that too. He signs the papers. Slides them over. Final act. Be happy, Rachel. Simple wish. difficult journey. I walk to Kerry Park after. Watch ferries cross Elliott Bay. My phone stays dark. No updates. No commits. No performance. Just me. Breaking. Healing. Growing. The Space Needle pierces gray clouds. Monument to ambition. Reminder of falls. Teacher of humility. Sarah texts. Dinner tonight? Yes. Simple plans. Real friendship. New life. The fog rolls in slowly. Like truth. Like healing. Like me. I am Rachel Chen. Not a developer. Not a perfect wife. Not a tech scandal. Just human. Breaking. Healing. Living. Finally real. And